Don't you just love him? Awesome ornament created right here in the Western Cape. So today's section is going to be called If You Are Like God. Last time we spoke, I asked the question about what was that space on the outside of what is called the Big Bang. What was it expanding into? What was around it? And what is beyond that? You see, up until now, we have debated and searched and looked at with super telescopes, with philosophy, with theory and reason as to what happened inside this Big Bang. But again, I ask the question, what is on the outside? And who caused it? Who caused this perfect bang of creativity to start and to emerge, and that the net result was on our planet, this planet Earth, there was a perfect ecosystem to sustain every individual species that is on the system. Now you can recognize him straight away because he's a unique species. So today I'm not going to debate whether you do or don't believe in evolution. I'm going to pose you some questions and say, hang on, if there is a superpower out there that caused this unique happening to happen, that to this day scientists cannot explain, then if you were him, what would you do? Would you not want to get that creation back to you? You see, the word says that we've all turned our back on God. When we were made, Genesis 1:26, we were made, God says, in our image. And just reason with me for the minute. Let's just assume that the biblical story has accuracy. And so God made us, we were in his image, and our spirit and our nature was a duplication of him. We thought like him, we reasoned like him, we loved like him. Now God has always had an arch enemy in this universe system, in his kingdom, and that enemy is called Satan. And here's what he did. You see, he's much, much, much smaller than God. God banished him because he tried to overtake and overthrow God. Ever since then, he's had it in his heart to try and destroy all that God has created. And so he got a hold of Adam and he put the virus of sin into Adam's software and fouled it up. And so all of a sudden, the software of God's nature was fouled, it was corrupt, and could no longer think like God. But God has never let that be. He had a plan right from the beginning. He knew this was going to take place, and he had the answer. Now you'll remember when the Apostle Peter had that awakening with Christ on the side of the Lake of Galilee, and Jesus said, "Who do you say that I am?" And he said, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." Jesus said, "Peter, I'm going to give you a key." And isn't it interesting that the Bible uses the word key? Because you know what, just lately I've been downloading some software, and the one thing you need to download software is a key. If your software is corrupt, your programming, your antivirus, will give you a key to go through there to unblock and restore that software. That's exactly what God did. He put his power into Jesus to come to this planet and to correct the programming and to steal back from Satan the key of life that Satan had taken away. And he did that by being raised from the dead. And so, just as a parent, all God is interested in is restoring a relationship. It's not about religion. You see, religious practices will devise rituals and things that we need to do to hopefully impress God, to hopefully appease the gods. But you know what? His heart is a heart of love, and it's real. And all it is, it's about a relationship. Now, I'm not saying if you are a churchgoer, I'm not saying you don't need to go to church. Of course, you go to worship and communicate with him, but it all starts by having your relationship restored through the power of God in Jesus, who unlocks that virus, gets rid of it, washes it out, and restores your programming back to be the same as Jesus. Now, ask yourself this question. There are 7 billion people on this planet. And we're told, and you can go to Google and check this, that more than 1 million sorry, beg your pardon, 1 billion people are all talking the same language that I'm talking right now. 1 billion people are testifying that something supernatural happened to them when they believed in Jesus. And something changed them and restored them, and they're different to what they were before. It's just interesting that the word says, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creation. God restores that programming back to its original state. And so, ask yourself this question. If you were like God, would you not have done the same? And you know what? It's not about religious practice. All he wants you to do is to reach out and be reconnected with him in his kingdom. That's right. He's king of this kingdom. He's king of whatever's happening out there. And he is that invisible power. And there is power in the invisible. And it can change you. Well, let you ponder on that for a while. And I'll be coming back to you with another awesome subject when we get to talk about the Bible. Is it real? Can we believe it? Or can't we? But until then, hey, look for that relationship and keep it real.